I thank you, Honorable Vice President, sir, Honorable LG Taranjit Singh Sandhuji. Thank you very much for being here. I'd like to thank somebody who is not here. I'd like to start with her. The teacher at last month's Artificial Intelligence Summit, and she said something very remarkable. She said, "Your 6 can be my 9." And we all laughed, but it was a very special moment. It was one of those rare times in the last, I don't know how many years, when we had a working definition of what is false. There was no IT cell who rose up to say, 6 can be 9. No one said a robot made in Beijing can be a robot made in Greater Noida. We all had a unanimous agreement on what is false and what is not. That is what we celebrate this evening. That when everything is contested, when a leader says in a time of war that the war is coming to an end, and in the same sentence he says we are going to hit them very hard, we need to find our way to seek the truth. That's what these stories do. There is one story that captures the heartbreaking strength of parents when they fight for the kids' right to die with dignity. The Supreme Court heard them, and the kid, he passed away this week. There is one story which is a wonderful investigation into how a supplier to the world's richest company refused job applications because the women were married women. This is good journalism. We need to say it loudly, because we have all got spooked. We are all very, very unsure of what good journalism is. And we need to use a moment like this to say, what is good journalism? Given the so many forms of journalism that we see, the billionaire getting an interview which we wanted to do, the 6-hour podcast, the 6-second reel, the social media name with 1 million followers who posts a screenshot of a screenshot. And then there is a TV anchor who bends every day, but then one fine night he decides to stand up. We are not sure if this is journalism, but what we are sure of in this, the 20th year of the Ramnath Goenka Journalism Awards, is that journalism at its core will be about telling stories that we did not know. It will be about telling stories that someone in power does not want us to know. And third, it has to be the capacity to find somebody else's story which is much, much more interesting than our own. That was Ramnath Goenka's guiding principle in 1942, in 1975. It is also what inspired our chief guest this evening, Honorable Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan ji. He joined the JP movement. That was a time when the political opposition was silenced, when it became clear that the national interest and good journalism are not just compatible, they are at their finest the same thing. And yet we are told every day otherwise. We are given certificates. We are given certificates for journalism. We are given certificates for nationalism. We are given one by the politician who's trying to play the editor, and we are given one by the journalist who's trying to play the politician. The noise is relentless. And sometimes we begin to believe that these are the measures that matter. They do not matter. We do not need these certificates. What we need is the respect of the reader who returns to us because we told them what they may not want to hear, but because those who return to us because we told them what they may want to hear, but because we did not. That respect, as the chairman said in his speech, is not owned to us. It has to be earned daily, doing the very hard work, paying meticulous attention to detail, and we need the freedom. As George Orwell, the most favorite sutradhar of our times, wrote, the freedom to say that 2 and 2 make 4, and the strength and the courage to say that 6 can never be 9. Thank you very much.